6 or 7 in the past 3 days. Go ahead and ask for single family homes specifically in the North Dallas areas, Plano, Frisco, Allen, McKinney, those types of markets. So single family homes are notoriously tough to really filter through because there's just so much inventory out there. And it's really difficult to go line by line each single house and pull rental comps and see what they're going for. So a good tool that I use, just like everybody has access to. I love using Zillow for these things. So I'm just going to go ahead and do some general searches, build out a short list of properties that I want to dive deeper into, and see if we can make a good short-term rental, strategy, or a good short-term, or not short-term, but a good long-term rental case for some of these single-family homes. So in this market, they're a little bit more expensive than our typical single families, which is one of the reasons why it's hard to get them to cash flow and hit our rent to price ratios. But I'm going to start off, let's just say a $300,000 strike price up to 500. That's pretty high. There's not a lot of rental demand for $5, $6, $7,000 single family homes. So I don't think we'll hit true 1% rent to price ratios. But if we find something that has relatively low taxes, it's in decent condition, maybe it's already got a tenant in place, and they're picking it up for say $425, and it's leased out for $3,500 a month, and they can get an okay mortgage rate, and they're comfortable putting 25% down, all of the things, right? They can go ahead and have something that's break even or slightly cash flow positive, and it's more of an appreciation play, and that's what these clients are looking for. This is not by any means a heavy cash flow type of a play. You can go to markets in middle America, or you can even do markets in DFW where you can find much heavier cash flowing opportunities, but there's different use cases for each type of asset. So just keep that in mind as we're going through. Everybody's trying to fit a different puzzle piece into their portfolio. Let's go ahead and just do 3+. I don't like doing 2-bedroom single family rentals. We like to do traditional layouts. That way they have higher liquidity. They're a lot easier to sell on the back end if it's a traditional, 3-bed, 1,600 square foot home, rather than say a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, single family bungalow, or even say like a 6-bedroom, 6-bath house that has lots of like add-on additions that made it a 6-bed, for 400,000. They just don't have great liquidity. Also, we try and avoid converted garages, those types of things. Also, limit liquidity relative to a comparable. You might have a single family home that has it's marketed as a 4-bedroom, but one of those bedrooms is a converted garage. You'll notice there's a big discount on those, so we like to try and avoid those as well. Lots of words. Let's just go ahead and keep building out our filters. We're doing for sale 3 to 500, 3+ beds, and single family homes. I got rid of like the townhomes and manufactured homes and condos, those types of things. I want some traditional single family assets. I'm gonna go with, let's say, 1,500 minimum, and I don't want like these monstrosities, but there are some larger houses here, and in order to hit a decent rental rate, you're gonna have to have probably a larger home. So I'm gonna go all the way up to 4,000 square feet. I'm gonna delete all of the new builds just by putting in my filter at 2023. I'm not gonna do a bottom filter on the year build. If there's a 50s build home in Plano and it's pulling the right rents, I don't want to exclude it from our search. It's going to be pretty narrow anyway. I like all of that. Let's go ahead and just do a general search radius around this North Dallas type of market. Let's take Louisville. We'll come right down in here. I'll probably avoid most of Garland. Take McKinney, take Prosper. People love Prosper. I should probably pull in Salina. Oops. Redo. Yeah, we've had a lot of people interested in the Salina markets. Let me just get out of here a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, let's do something in here. Let's take Anna, Salina, Prosper, Aubrey. Love Aubrey. Come down in here. Let's avoid Garland. Get Allen and McKinney. All right. We'll go in here. Dang, it's still 1,300 results. Don't love that. Let's go ahead and just reduce the price point a little bit. 936. Let's try that. And I know 0.8% is going to be a tough rent to price ratio to hit, but let's see if anything gets close. Right now, this is just comparing the Zillow rental estimate to the purchase price, and anything that's above that 0.8% rent to price ratio that I put in is going to populate. So this is just a fast way to scan through a bunch of homes and just see if there's anything worth considering. What is this thing? Hornbeam 1.1. What's the deal with this? $300,000 price cut? What is this? Okay, so it's one side of the duplex. Got it. Okay. So this was originally listed as a full duplex, which is why there was a $300,000 price drop, right? So this was originally listed as a full duplex for $600,000. We're looking for single-family homes, not half duplexes. Okay, so I'm just going to start working my way through here. A lot of times I will use school as a filter. This particular time, I'm not going to, because the clients are more interested in like the geography of the area, not as much the school rating. So let's just go ahead. No HOA. It's on an acre, which I actually don't love, just because you're paying a premium for acreage that doesn't necessarily net you higher rental income. Let's see, just some of these higher rated schools, what we have. Melissa has actually been a pretty tough market for us because they had so much rental inventory come online, lots of new constructions through 2021, 2022. We saw our vacancy rates were very high. It was taking 60 to 90 days to fill a single family home. So we actually stayed out of like the Melissa and Anna markets for quite a while. But this could be interesting. Do I think it's going to lease for $3,400? No. Do I think it'll lease for $3,000? Yeah, it'll be close. Schools are 7s and 8s. This is a great option, right? So this is one where they've already had a $25,000 price drop. Schools are ranked 7 and 8s. It's in that North Dallas type of growth corridor that tons of investors love. Just because of the number of jobs, industry coming into that area. The school ratings obviously are high, and rent demand here. Even if we have to use an 8% vacancy factor, and we're assuming it's going to be empty for 40 to 60 days before we place that first tenant, historically 4-bedroom homes will hold tenants for a longer period of time, so you have less tenant turnover, right? So this could be a really solid option for a long-term buy and hold investor who's more concerned about equity growth in the market and break-even cash flow. They just want to see that the rents cover the principal, interest, taxes, insurance, HOA fees, and then plus a small maintenance buffer. So if we can do that with this property, I think this is actually a really nice option. With that $25,000 price drop, it really makes it interesting. So we're just going to go ahead and take this one. We'll add it into our shortlist for the day, and I'm kind of excited about that, to do some deeper dives and see if the rental comps really support something in the realm of $3,000. That'll be great. Fives, fives, fives. Here's sixes in Anna. Again, very similar to the Melissa deal, $420,000 strike price. These 6-bedroom homes are tough. They skew your rental comps because you end up on like the highest end of the rental comps, but they don't necessarily always pull the highest. So let's just see neighborhood wise. A 5, a 6, and a 4. Mid-grade, right? Mid-grade schools. And then you can see here, if we go to market value, they're estimating $3,600 a month. I don't think it'll go that high, but I do think it's going to be close and it's worth exploring. So we're going to go ahead and add this one to our short list. It's got good schools. We know it's going to be close to like that 0.8% rent to price ratio. So we'll go ahead and do a little bit of a deeper dive into that one. Another one in Anna, $15,000 less than the previous. 4s and 6s. I do like this one as well. I'm going to run comps on both, and I'm going to take the stronger, and I'm going to send it out to my my clients. So add that one in. 5s for the rest. So those are 3 really strong options that I feel confident in, and we were able to pull those out. Like we started off with thousands of homes, single family homes, right? And within the last 10 minutes, we were able to narrow it down to about 3 options that are going to be good ones to really dive deep into. And I'm not wasting my time running through dozens of homes for $375,000 that are going to lease out for $2,100 a month. So these are good ones we can go ahead and start with, and we'll see if we can't make a deal.